name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
$500.
You got it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens. They call me the Louis Vuitton Don lately, you know, the way that I've been rolling. Sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper. They call him the chiropractor for a reason. Why is that?
I don't have any Louis Vuitton on, I guess.
Nah, well, you straighten people out.
Chiropractor, straighten people out. I'm $500 richer. The groundhog said 6 more weeks of winter, Mr. Stevens.
That is.
And once again, I've won another wager here on the podcast.
This motherfucker is 6-0 to me on the studio. I lose more money doing these fucking podcasts. I need to learn how to just
We got to start doing them every day because every wager I make with you on this podcast, I win.
Well, I'm a man of my word. You've got paid for every one of them, haven't you?
$500 thanks to the hog.
Oh, my God. It came out. It said, I'm going to go back in the hole and fuck for a couple more weeks or
That
do
is
what
correct.
I got to do. He wasn't ready yet, huh?
Too fucking cold out here. I'm going back in the hole with my Crown Royal and my Groundhog Pussy, just like I told you would.
February 9th, 2018, podcast number 155, and we're staying alive. I'm Big Skipper.
Yes, we are.
I mean, another day, another dollar in the life of Steve Stevens and the Big Skipper. Anyway, we got a great show for you, ladies and gentlemen. Want to congratulate you. Fly, Eagles, fly. As you know,
Hell.
Eagles got the job done. You and Nick Foles rooted in a solid winner. And I must say, you beat the Patriots at their best. When Tom Brady throws for 500 yards, gets a few touchdowns, I mean, what else do you want the guy to do?
He's a bitch.
He's a beast.
He's a bitch.
He's a superstar.
Listen, Tom Brady's a superstar, one of the best quarterbacks to ever played a game, if not the best. 505 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Had a hell of a game, but he ran into the buzzsaw. The Philadelphia Eagles, it was their year. They were the dog. Everybody loves the underdog, and the Philadelphia Eagles stepped up. Nick Foles, never in doubt. Never in doubt. I hate it when they traded him to the Rams. I hated that fucking move to begin with. Everything about it was fucking terrible. And listen, I never had any doubt in Nicky Foles. And I say trade Wentz for a first-round pick. I'm only kidding.
No, I know you. You better be fucking
I'm
kidding.
only kidding.
That guy
It's
is a beast. He is the next Brady.
It's still Pennsylvania. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations, and all my brothers back there in South Philly. Loving it.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Well, you guys did it, and like I said, Nick Foles, you played like an absolute superstar, but there's no reason to talk trade or where he's going, this, that, and the other, because, number one, Wentz is still out.
We got to keep both of them.
But I'm saying, this guy's going to play your first 5, 6, maybe 7 games.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me ask you this. He takes you 6-0, 6-1. You don't take him out.
That's going to be a tough situation.
Well,
That's a situation I wouldn't want to be the coach.
No, I'd let him ride out the rest of that year.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania goes the next
Wentz
year.
won't be back till week 6, maybe week 7, most likely.
That's what people aren't understanding. He's out no matter what.
If the Eagles are 5-0 or 6-0 and he's ready to come back, and they're 5-0, 6-0 under Foles, I would not want to be Mr. Peterson.
Me neither, because that's going to fucking happen.
It very easily could. I don't think it will. You know, it's the NFL.
You don't think it will?
It's the NFL. I mean, every team in the league will be gunning for you next year.
Does that mean that it's scripted like WWE? Is that what you mean when you say it's NFL?
I didn't say that. However, it might be.
Well, if it was scripted.
Every team will be gunning for you, Steve. I mean, when you win the Super Bowl, they're coming for you.
Did you see the record next year?
The chances of them going 6-0, I mean.
Have you seen who they play?
No, I'm not even sure.
They got a very, very.
I'm not even sure if the schedule's out yet.
Oh, no, they're out. Like I said, yeah, they're out. There's a couple people that got very, very, very difficult schedules. Anyway, like I said, it's February 9th, 2018. Sorry we couldn't bring you a podcast yesterday. Skip and I had what we call whale in our industry. I don't know if you guys in your underwear at home have guys that come to town that bet $150,000 a game, 50-50 split.
My man Pete the Greek at Treasure Island, knock him down.
Yeah, you know what?
Shout out to Pete.
And I want to say this to you, Pete, because you're a good old boy and I love you. How do you think he felt? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he came out here game number 1, $150,000. Me and Skip went and ate dinner with him. Even brought our wives down there, hung out. Guess what? Loser.
Oh, boy. That's not exactly the situation we like being in.
Yeah, but Pete, guess what? I told you that. Like I said, that's part of the business, and you got to respect him because he didn't give a fuck or blink
No,
one time.
fuck.
And that's a real sports bet.
Absolutely.
That's a real whale. Guy that knows that losing is part
We're
of the
going to lose games. Believe me, that's part of the process.
Anyway, Pete, we went on to win 4 games straight, took you 4-1, picked up a tremendous amount of money, and that's the whole reason why we couldn't film yesterday. We were taking care of our clients just like we would take care of you. You come into town.
Yeah, it was a Super Bowl hangover, you might say.
Absolutely. If you're watching or listening to the podcast and you own a small business or you work at a company interested in getting involved in this big booming sports business, you want to be a sponsor of our show, especially you marijuana dispensary guys out there, I should be lighting up a joint every day talking about this is the orange reverse Alaskan King Kush from so-and-so dispensary. You guys got more money than God. You're going to have to come to me with a little bit more than $3,000 a month, bro. I mean, $1,500. I mean, that doesn't really do much for us. But
There's a dispensary on every corner here in Las Vegas now, Steve. And the fact we shouldn't have any problem whatsoever getting one of those dispensaries to sponsor the show.
not only that, but like I said, vitamin water, any big boys, or you have a company out there that wants to get involved with me and where I'm going. As you know, legalization of sports betting is happening in a few months, and I've already taken over the game, but that's going to take us to another whole plateau. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's the only reason why this guy's still fucking here. I've had to beg him to stay, and the only reason why is because of the legalization that's about to happen in New Jersey, because he knows, what do you think that's going to do to our business?
It's going to be insane. Shit's going to explode. It's going to be like a fucking volcano in front of the Mirage.
Anyway, you want to be a part of our program, you want to advertise with us, go to advertising at VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you in a couple days with the details, how you can be part of the team and get that cream. Fair enough?
All the people that watch the podcast that come into Vegas, they want to know where do I get this marijuana at?
Correct.
Now that marijuana is legal, where do I get the edibles at, Steve?
All they want to do is gamble,
Yeah.
make money, and bust nuts. That's all they want to do when they
What
come
else
to
you
town.
want to do when you come to Vegas?
I mean-
Gamble, make money, and bust nuts.
It's the home of dreams.
Some good
City
food,
of Lights.
some good food, some cocktails.
Oh, dude, there's nothing better. You come here, smoke some legal marijuana. We do have the finest food,
Greatest place
finest
on earth.
restaurants, 24 hours a day, #1 entertainment. I love my city. Shout out to Las Vegas, Nevada. Born and raised North Las Vegas. Shout out to everybody in the city.
Greatest place on earth. The show is currently brought to you by BetOnline.ag.
Goddamn right. Well, first of all, we're coming to you live and direct from our office out here in Las Vegas at VIP Sports, state-of-the-art studio, sponsored by our boys over there at BetOnline.ag, just like Skip said.
Paperhead.com.
Paperhead.com. You want to be your own boss? Then you got to toss some of them chips, and
Boss up.
they'll get you going. Anyway, today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a quick NBA trade update. As you know, a lot of shit is going on for the deadline, Skip. Pretty much the Cleveland Cavaliers traded their entire
team.
fucking team.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I had to get a little water break there.
And you haven't even smoked yet.
No, people are used to us rattling off like a fucking Uzi, but I had to get a little water there. And I swallowed my throat because I was thinking in my head, can LeBron get rid of his whole team and come back? Absolutely. I mean, LeBron can accomplish anything. He's the best NBA player in the league, period. Yeah, he can.
No.
He's a superstar. So, and we'll get into that in a little bit as well. We're going to give some shout-outs to some of our new clients that have made comments. You might not think that we care, but we do care about you. We love your thumbs up. If you're the type of guy that wants to put a thumbs down, do me a favor and put a thumb up your ass. Fair enough? College basketball, we're going to go over who's hot, who's not, what teams are in foreclosure, what teams are six figures. Remember, we're not ESPN. We don't give a fuck about giving you stats. We don't go over every game. This is a sports betting show. It's all about the legalization of sports betting and making you a better sports bettor. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any other investment in the world. We'll go over some college totals that are very, very hot against the spread right now, and more importantly, NBA totals against the spread. If they want to get a hold of us, Skip, what do they do?
Pick up the phone, 877-220-6540. Steve is going to tell you about a little promo he's running this week that is absolutely fucking insane. So write that number down, 877-220-6540. You're going to need that number.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to bring something to my attention. Skip, we ran an ad last week. Skip was doing his thing. People said that the ad wasn't long enough. 3 days wasn't long enough. People are always asking me in the streets, Steve, how much would I got to do to get your personal place? Listen, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to run a promotion this week where you have the opportunity to get my games only. I'm not talking about action plays. I'm not talking about VIP plays. I'm not talking about last week where you had the owner selections. I'm talking about my personal plays, the games that are $2,500 a piece. I don't care if you've never dealt with me before. I don't care if you have dealt with me before. For whatever reason, you didn't have the money, you didn't have the opportunity to deal with me personally, whatever the case was, I'm going to release my $25,000 monthly personal plays. My games that are $2,500 a piece. I've never done this before, but I want everyone to have one opportunity to get the exact same games that I'm putting six figures on.
Wow.
Same game Floyd Mayweather Jr., same game Garth Brooks, same game Sheldon Burnett, the biggest sports bettors in the world. I want you to be a part of it, and I'm going to do it one time because, after all, you deserve it. So what I'm going to do is this. Pay fucking attention. I'm going to give 7 days of my personal plays. You will deal with me personally, or you will deal with Skip. And if you deal with Skip, you'll go through me and you'll talk to me, and you'll only get my personal plays. It's a game a day, not every day. I'll pick you up between 4.5, 5 units during this week. This is for promotion for guys that want to bet more money on less games. Don't call me up with $100. Don't call me up with anything. I'm going to give you my 7-day package, which is normally $6,500 for $250.
Jesus.
I'm going to give 7 days of my personal plays, games that are
killing me, dude.
Games that are $2,500 each, $250 for the entire week. And the only reason why I'm doing that is to show you guys how good I really am. And then here's the deal. At the end of the week when you're up, be ready to bake bread. Because if you're just coming to me looking to get a quick hit and run, don't even call.
So let me get this straight. The games that are on our website,
my personal plays.
Personal plays that
no one can afford,
that you bet high 5 figures, 6-figure wagers on.
The games that my whales are dealing with.
$25,000 a month that you give to your biggest boys.
Correct.
Your $25,000, $50,000 bettors.
Correct. Call me.
$2,500 a piece. Normally $25,000 for 30 days. $6,500 for 1 week of these plays.
And what it's going to include is college basketball, NBA totals, and any hockey. I'm going to show you how to hit 75% directly from me. So this is an APB for all those people out there that never called us. This is an APB for people that have been with us before. If you have fucking money, if you got an extra $10,000, $20,000 laying around, take a shot. It'll be the best $250 you ever fucking spent. You want to see how my games really are? You want to deal directly with me? Here's your fucking opportunity. It's never been done before. You tired of hearing all the chit-chat? You want to see for yourself? $250, 7 days, give me a call.
Wow.
If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And when you click and subscribe, make sure you also hit that bell. That way you get alerted to every one of our shows, podcasts, Motivation 101s, videos, whatever it is. Like I said, we love all your comments. We read all of them, and we appreciate your thumbs up. Like I said, anybody that supports us, we support you. Who else do we want to welcome to the new show out there, Skip?
We want to welcome everyone that wants to fucking listen.
Well,
Podcast One.
All of our listeners out there at Podcast One, Skip.
We want to welcome all the new listeners from around the world on Podcast One, like you said. VIP Sports Las Vegas podcast. You'll pick it up there every Thursday night usually, unless we're out fucking partying with a whale. We're excited to bring you into the life of Steve Stevens. This is a $1 billion sports industry betting, people. Download new episodes every Thursday on the Podcast One app. We're on Apple Podcasts too, right?
Yeah, I'm right.
Apple Podcasts, podcast1.com. Fuck, we're everywhere, man. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Where the fuck aren't we?
Pretty much everywhere. But like I said, if you're just listening to it and on Podcast One and you're not watching us, make sure you go to VIP Sports Las Vegas YouTube. Check out our show. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, VIP Sports LV. Direct message us with any questions.
Talk about that fucking NBA trade.
I'm going to say one more thing for your new listeners out there that are just listening. This show is all about sports betting, and it brings you into my life of a guy that makes more money betting sports than anyone in the fucking world. And the whole idea is to give you advice and to help you become a better sports bettor, so you call us and take the next step. It's also about the legalization of sports betting, and we go over games that win against the spread. We only tell you about games that are hot or games to stay away from, plain and simple. Let's do our show today, Skip. Who's the VIP stat of the week brought to us by?
The VIP stat of the week is brought to us by betonline.ag. It's one of the web's most popular betting destinations. If you go to betonline.ag, you sign up for an account, make sure you use the promo code all day. I had a bunch of guys tell me they signed up last week. They forgot to put the promo code in, so you're not going to get the 50% welcome bonus if you didn't put that in. 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your account. They got a management team over there since 1991. That's a long time. BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every sport and event possible. Once you're in on the action, you're going to see firsthand why BetOnline.ag is rated A+. I wish my son would be getting some A+.
You ain't lying. Shout out to Peyton Tutts. I wish he was too.
Including the earliest opening odds in the industry, the best live betting software in the business. Most importantly, fast payouts over there at BetOnline.ag, because you can.
Goddamn right. Let's get into some NBA trades right away, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, Cleveland Cavaliers traded away their whole team. They added George Hill, Rodney Hood, up to no good, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., while trading away superstars like Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Jay Crowder, Derrick Rose, Iman Shumpert, Channing Frye, and a first-round pick. What the fuck is up?
Just gave away the house.
But
LeBron said just get rid of the whole team.
LeBron said, I'm looking to start fresh, dude. I can't play with these old dudes
Just
that are
get rid of the
shit.
whole team.
But Cleveland retained its top chip, Brooklyn's finest first-round pick. Your thoughts on Cleveland's chances of winning a championship this season?
0.
I think here, well, we don't agree on that. I say LeBron can do anything he wants. He's the most powerful, legitimate player in the fucking league. And just like Michael Jordan, all he needs is a fucking guy, a center, and a couple guys to run with, and he can get the job done. Real simple. Why are you going against him saying that like he's fucked?
I mean, you can't bring in a whole entire fucking new team and win a fucking championship. I don't know. I'd like to see that. It ain't going to happen. It's fucking February.
It's February. It's not going to happen. Well, that's easy to say. But where you think he'd make it further with the team that he has now?
I think they're destined for fucking failure the entire year. That's what I think. I mean, you bet on Cleveland this year, you've been losing your fucking ass. They can't cover a game to save their ass, let alone fucking win a game.
Well, we said without any...
You're not going to get rid of the whole team, bring a whole new team in, and all of a sudden they're just going to be covering games.
This is why people hate NBA so bad.
Yeah, like me.
And me and Skip have said it. You guys came into this season, everybody and their mom bet Cleveland and Golden State in every fucking game, and guess what? They got hit over the head with a fucking hammer. For the first half of the season, the two worst covering teams in the NBA.
Horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible.
All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday, the stat of the week, Wednesday was the fourth time, hear me out here, since 1948 college basketball season that 3 top 10 teams all lost at home on the same fucking day.
That is correct.
Look at that, how long that stat is, though. I mean, I'm not into stats and all that bullshit. Like I said, I don't deal with statistics or a guy that knows a guy that knows another guy. I deal directly with players, coaches, CEOs, guys that make the line. I get the fucking job done. But this stat is impressive. Let me read it to you again. Wednesday was only the fourth time since 1948 in college basketball that 3 top 10 teams all lost at home at the same day. Villanova lost to St. John's. As you know, I don't know what the fuck happened there, dude.
Well, they were partying from the fucking Eagles over there in Philly. That's what happened.
Were they flying high?
Well, the fucking Eagles won and everybody was partying.
Who's higher right now, me or the fucking NFL players from the Eagles?
Probably you.
What?
Yeah, I'd put heavy money on you.
You're telling me those offensive linemen ain't blowing an ounce a day?
Nah, I don't. They probably are, but
Are you that fucking square?
You're pretty high.
Hold on. What percent of the Eagles do you think smoke marijuana on the offseason?
I would not even want to. Well, I'll take a guess.
Well, go ahead.
In the offseason?
Yeah.
70.
All right. Well, I was about to get mad and argue with you like a motherfucker. Anyway, you're absolutely right. But anyway,
first time it's happened in 70 years since 1948.
Villanova lost to St. John's. Purdue lost to Ohio State. Number 8 Auburn lost to a nail-biter, Texas A&M. Give some shout-outs to some new people that have been showing us some love. You show us love, we got to show it back. Our man Rude Jude that fell out in the fucking elevator from the triple OG Kush that Skip brought in.
Rude Jude, what's up?
Read those off, Skip.
The best, J.D. Williams, Bill Kushik, Dennis Holm, King's Warrior, my man Lonnie Laughlin. What's up, Lonnie? Tyrus Young, Corey Brandon, Joe. Danny Boy, let me talk to you for a second, Danny Boy. My man Danny Boy's from Philly. He's always putting comments in about the Eagles and occasionally the Phillies.
Yeah, stop trying to fight the fucking players, dude.
No, the other fans.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Talking about punching a fucking Vikings fan in the face and shit? Come on, bro. I mean, if you're going to talk to Big Skip, I don't need to hear about you beating up other fans and shit. Big Skip ain't all about that. No. I love you, Danny Boy, and I love the fact you're from my neighborhood, And I love the Phillies and I love the Eagles, but Skip don't go to games to beat people up, man.
No,
I go to games with my son and my wife.
Correct.
Fucking enjoy the goddamn game. I don't go there to fucking fight.
We make millions of dollars to sit front row and in luxury boxes for our kids to have a blast, not for the guy in front of me to get stole on and him see some traumatic shit. However, I love your attitude. I'll put you in the sales force all day long. All
right,
I like a motherfucker that's willing to knock a motherfucker out, just not at a game where there's kids.
Yeah, shout out, Danny boy. Listen, you're a good dude, but chill the fuck out a little bit, bro.
Rico Warren, Ricky Anderson, Paul Harvey, Max Lovell, Brennan Fleming, Eugene Mayorga with the psoriasis on his elbow. Shout out to Eugene out there. Let's get your shit tight. Saz Stellar, Norm Wilson, Norman Wazinski, Greg Snarley.
Greg Snavely, fucking smoking that gungie in his house.
Yes, he is.
He says he invites Grandma over. She can't even smell it. Well, no shit. Grandma don't even know where the fuck she is.
No, actually, Grandma probably leaves your house feeling better than when she got here.
Oh,
Hot
shit.
for teacher, Ruan, Austin, Eric Leaks, and our boy ZN out there. Shout out. Anyway, the poll last week, like I said, speaking of the cigarettes, many listeners, we had a poll because obviously somebody smoked in Skip's car. I don't know who, but we asked what.
His initials were SS.
Okay, well, we asked what lingered long, cigarettes or marijuana. More listeners said that the cigarette smell lasts way longer.
They're lying.
Than marijuana. No, it's a fucking fact.
They're lying.
Now, you got second hand, third hand, carbon monoxide, dirty ass, moldy ass, sticky ass cigarette. You go into a guy that smokes cigarettes in his car, you get into it like Tony Coffee's, it smells like bad breath, coffee breath, cancer, and death. Marijuana smoke in the car, it's in there for a little bit.
That's because they're smoking cigarettes nonstop all day, every day. Of course,
Our thing was
of course it's going to fucking smell like cigarettes.
Our poll question
But
was
when you
one
go-
cigarette, one joint. Cigarette lasts longer than the joint.
No.
And so did everybody else. So thanks for having my back, guys. One win.
That's because they're all weed smokers.
One win on the Steve.
They want to justify the fucking fact that they're smoking weed too. They're fellow weed smokers. Of course they're going to take your side.
No, it's real. You can't.
You fucking smoke a joint. You hot box a fucking joint in a car with the windows up, and it's going to stay in there for fucking a week.
Versus a cancer stick.
You can get in my car right now. It still smells like weed, dude.
Skip. You smoke cigarettes for fucking 20 years. You smoked weed. That guy will live another 40. Cigarette guy's dying all day.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to argue that point.
Oh, but yeah, I know I took it too deep. Bottom line is, it is what it is. Thanks. The overwhelming support said I was right. Marijuana doesn't last as long.
Let's get into some fucking college basketball. Let's tell these people how they can make some money before they turn us the fuck off.
You're motherfucking right, and that's exactly what we need to do right now. We're going to get into some divisions right now. We'll get to our boys Paperhead in a little bit, like you said. We got to get into what's hot, what's not, start making you guys some money. After all, that's why you're listening to our podcast, to get fucking paid. You do like making money, right? Let's show these guys what to do. Huh, Skip?
Let's talk about the Sun Belt Conference in college basketball, Steve.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we talk about who's hot first, then we'll talk about who's not. So if you want to start off with the Sun Belt, obviously I'm going to have to put on my Cajun voice for this one because these motherfuckers have been coming through like Samity Sam is all I can
Goddamn Louisiana Lafayette down there in the damn bayou.
I agreed it. Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajun, Skip.
Shoot 'em, Elizabeth. Shoot 'em. Shoot 'em, Elizabeth.
Hot as a pistol, hot as fish grease, hot as it possibly gets out there. 10 straight wins against the spread. Guys, listen to this and listen closely. 8 straight unders, like we said, and 10 out of their last 11 games to the under.
Wow.
So they're 10-1 to the under. You might want to write that down, the Raging Cajuns. And 10 straight wins against the spread.
10 straight covers and 10-1 to the under the last 11 games.
If you bet these last 10 games with the Raging Cajuns to the under, you picked up 19 units.
Wow.
19 fucking units. 10-1 on the under, 10 straight against the fucking spread.
Sportsbooks are getting wise to the Raging Cajuns.
So guys, like I said, get ready to get some fucking knowledge. Open up your mind. We're going to show you some fucking teams how to get fucking paid. Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, does it, Skip?
No, it
We
don't.
do this to get paid, don't we?
ACC Conference. What's going on over there?
Well, we talked a lot about the Virginia Cavaliers, who are now, by the way, 6-0 against the spread.
Wow.
In their last 7 games. Actually, 6-0 and 1.
There's a push in there. Depending
There's
on
a push and a dush.
Depending on the line you have, there might have been a push.
Correct. Virginia has been playing tough defense, giving up just 52 points per game in the last 5 games.
Wow. That's why they're stellar. Great teams win because of their defense, Steve. Look at the Eagles.
Yeah, well, we're talking about college basketball right now.
Great teams, period. Correct. If you got defense and you can win on the road, you're going places.
I agree. Cavaliers have played to the under 10 of their last 12 games.
That's the Virginia Cavaliers, people, not the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Virginia Cavaliers have played to the under 10 in their last 12 games. They're 10-2 to the under for you guys out there that can't understand that.
So 6-0-1 against the spread their last 7 games.
And 10-2 to the fucking under.
Virginia's not just for lovers, like I told you last week. It's also for making money.
You're not on. Listen, Virginia is 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. So you're 10-2 on the total. You're 9-1 against the spread. You bet those teams you're picking up 16 units in the last 10 fucking games.
That's a lot of units.
A lot of units. That's more than you guys pick up in fucking 2 months. Let's be real, Skip.
Are you picking up? What we're dropping?
Are you tired of losing? Are you tired of picking up maybe a couple units a week? Losing every week? Give us a call. What about that motherfucking Big Ten?
Well, there's a team in the Big Ten that we've been talking about now for the last, about 3 weeks ago, we alerted you to Nebraska.
Yep.
To the Cornhuskers. We told you, watch this team. They're getting hot. They're starting to cover. And Nebraska, balling out of control. 6 straight games against the spread, 6-0.
Unfucking real. These Cornhusking motherfuckers, 6-0 against the spread in their last 8 road games. How about this?
6-0 against the spread, period.
Hold on. Against the spread. They're 8-0 on the road in their last 8 games against the spread.
Did I just say it? You got to win on the road, and you got to play, and you got to have defense.
Out of the last 3 teams that we just told you are hot, now these are games that you need to be betting on, period. This would be the hottest team by far.
Nebraska, 10-1 against the spread their last 11 games. They've covered 6 in a row, and they've covered 8 in a row straight on the road. What more do you need to know?
Bottom line is, whether they're at home or whether they're on the road, they're going to get your money without any shadow of a doubt. Now, another team that, if you tell me you guys are betting it, I haven't seen one guy in the sports book or anybody I know or any of these fake motherfuckers on the internet or Twitter or Instagram, fake wannabes, have Nebraska or talk about Nebraska. Have you, Skip? Let me ask you this. You think anybody's talking about the first place, Loyola Chicago Ramblers?
Nobody even knows about the Missouri Valley Conference.
If you could name me one player from the Ramblers, I'll give you 10,000. The answer is no, you can't.
Without looking.
Yeah, go look it up. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's the deal. Chicago, Loyola Chicago, the Ramblers, 9-1 in their last 10 games against the spread.
That's making money. That's 90% cover rate.
90 to be exact. Out of 10 games, they've won 9 against the spread. Here's another one. In their 5 most recent wins against the spread, the Ramblers have won by 15, 23, 23, 15, and 16. So not only are they winning, they're beating the fuck out of people and covering with ease. Those are the type of teams you want on your ticket, right? Not a nail-biter, not some NBA team that's winning by 30 at the half and you lose by 15. A real game that you have a shot at making money on.
Covering by double digits.
Real simple. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we only gave, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I can talk till I'm blue in the face, 155 podcasts. We take you guys 80% every week. We go over about 4, 5, 6 games, games to look out for, games not to look out for, and they hit nonstop. So the teams that are hot right now to be betting on, without any shadow of a doubt, Louisiana Lafayette Cajuns, the Virginia Cavaliers, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and more importantly, Loyola Chicago. Now let's talk about some teams that aren't hot. These are teams to stay the fuck away from. Go ahead, Skip.
Teams that are not hot in the Big Ten.
Yes, sir.
2 weeks ago, we told you about Purdue, right? We told you they were heating up. Purdue looked like they had a shot to win the whole thing this year. Last week, we left the Boilermakers off of our Who's Hot list for a reason. Purdue has now lost 5 straight against the spread. The Boilermakers barely lost outright at home to Ohio State the other night. Before that loss, Purdue had won straight up 19 games in a row. However, just because they're winning doesn't mean they're covering. They've won 19 out of 20 games straight up. However, 5 straight losses against the spread. We'll say it over and over and over and over again on this show. You do not have to stay ahead. You need to beat the spread in order to get the head.
You're goddamn right about that. Like I said, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're looking for a fucking winner. Something that's going to put a smile on your face so big, you could eat a banana sideways. Something that's going to increase your lifestyle. Something that's going to have you inspire yourself, to motivate yourself to go to the next level. Like I said, guys, you got to stay self-motivated if you want to be a superstar in this lifetime. Can't let people bring you down, and you got to reinvent yourself all the fucking time. I'm going to go to the West Coast because I'm all about that West Side. We said number 12 Gonzaga have been struggling against the spread, did we not?
Yep.
Since last week, the Bulldogs have lost another 3 games against the spread.
Wow. So if you listened to the podcast last week, we told you Gonzaga will put you in foreclosure.
And sure enough,
since last week, since last podcast?
No, since we've said it, they've lost 3 straight, 3 in a row against the spread.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, guys, you're only looking for games that get you paid. We don't give a fuck who wins or loses. We care who covers. Real simple. So here's another thing. They have now lost 8 straight games against the spread. Okay?
Wow.
Bulldogs failed to cover a 13-point favorite Thursday night against the Pacific Tigers.
When you can't beat Pacific by 13, there's something wrong.
Let's be specific. If you can't beat Pacific, you need to get the fuck out the game. You know what I mean?
Something going on up there with Mark Few and Gonzaga.
Gonzaga won by 10, not enough to beat the spread. So bottom line is Gonzaga is on the foreclosure list without any shadow of a doubt. Do not bet Gonzaga till we tell you otherwise.
Speaking of the West Coast, out here in the Pac-12, another team, wow, I took a shot with them the other day, and they fucking let me down. Number 13, Arizona. Right in your ass, Wildcats. You suck. Another perennial powerhouse. Horrible against the spread this year.
Yes, they are.
Horrible. The Wildcats have lost
And they steady
8.
put big double-digit fucking favorites on them, too.
They're 2-8 against the spread their last 10 games. They just lost to Washington by 3 the other night, talking about taking a shot. That was the game. A few games ago, they barely beat Utah, the Utes, by 1 point, and they lost by 8 points last night at home to UCLA, Steve, as a 9.5-point favorite. Fire that motherfucker down there. Fire the fucking athletic director. Fire the fucking coach. Fucking suspend every fucking kid on the team. Take away their fucking scholarships. You suck, Wildcats.
And you should be embarrassed because if you can't pull talent out of Arizona,
Fuck.
shame on you. You guys' recruiting department obviously is fucking terrible.
Can't beat fucking Washington. Fucking lose to UCLA at home as a 9.5-point favorite. You fucking lose outright. Just start firing people.
We told you who was hot. Now this is who's not. Do not bet Purdue. Do not even think about betting Gonzaga. And do not bet Arizona.
Don't get anywhere near those fucking teams.
These teams are down in the dumps. When we come back, we're going to talk about some totals in college and how you can get paid right after the break. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A-plus rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with the Big Skipper. We just went over some teams in college basketball that are hot against the spread and some teams that are not so fucking hot. You know what I mean, Skip? Mm-hmm. If you're just now tuning into the podcast and you missed what I said in the first half, I'm doing something that I've never done before. I've ran promotions, 155 episodes, but I've never, ever ran a promotion where you deal with me and get my games. What I'm doing is I'm offering all my guys out there 7 days of my personal plays. Not action plays, not VIP, not owner selection, my personal signature plays. Same games that all my six-figure bettors are doing. I'm going to allow you to do 7 days for $250. You'll deal with me,
Wow.
or you'll deal with Skip. And if you deal with Skip, you'll go through Skip through me. It's a $6,500 service for $250. Give us a call. I'll make you 4 or 5 units this week and show you how to get fucking paid. March Madness is right around the corner. You better have your bankroll right.
So you're going straight to the top.
Correct.
No VIP $50 game.
Nope.
No action play for $29.
No spending $100,000.
No handicap plays that just look good on paper using statistics and injuries and computer analysis and trend charts.
Nope.
Straight to the personal play, straight to the horse's mouth, straight to the games that the big boys are moving 30, 40, 50,000 or more on. A $6,500 value for 7 days.
If you've never tried me out.
Did you say for $250?
I'm doing it one time.
For 7 days.
For those big boys out there that say, you know what, I want to give it a shot. Here's $250. I'm going to throw $5,000 at it and see what Steve can do. Well, when I make you 20 grand, just be ready to reinvest. That's it.
Wow.
Let's get into a little college basketball, Skip.
Some over-unders.
Correct. We went over who's covering against the spread. We went over what team will have you bankrupt. Now let's go over some totals. You want to start with the overs?
Yeah, but before I do that, the total section, Steve, is brought to you by paperhead.com.
Goddamn right it is.
Are you ready to start making some real money? Then start your own business with the best player software in the business. You can manage your accounts at paperhead.com, built with exclusive tools to maximize your profits quickly and easily. Paperhead's secure, user-friendly platform will allow you to be your own boss. And who doesn't want to be their own boss? Get a piece of the billion-dollar industry right now. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and jot the number down that's appearing on the screen right here, right now. You can get Paperhead's stellar platform for just $6.50 per head. All you need to do is call this number, 888-978-0288. Tell them that Steve Stevens sent you there. This promotion is being offered exclusively for the fans of VIP Sports Podcast. 888-978-0288. Call that number today. Stop sleeping on this money. If you're like Steve and you bet big and you live larger, no better place than paperhead.com.
I love your attitude, Skip.
Fair enough.
Let's go over some overs in college. These are teams that are making a lot of money betting the over. Let's just start in the Atlantic 10. LaSalle, yet another team we mentioned. The Explorers have hit 9 straight overs.
Wow.
9 straight overs, and 13 of their last 14 games to the over.
Speaking of sleeping on something.
13 and
9
1 to the over.
straight overs. 13 and 1 to the over. The LaSalle Explorers.
You bet them your last 13 games, you're making a tremendous amount of money. Guys, make sure you write this down. Don't fuck yourself over. You want to look at the over in the Explorers. Real fucking simple.
They lost last night against the spread, but they covered. They went over, that's for sure.
Well, last night against George Washington, but the game went over by like 15, 20 fucking
Went
points.
over again.
Like I said, guys, every now and then the totals are where all the money's at. Another total that you need to look at in the Conference USA, Southern Miss. Those fucking Golden Eagles have 5 straight games to the over, Skip. And guess what?
9 out of their last 10 to the over.
90%. Guys, you're losing games every day. You're sitting there with your thumb in your ass. You think you know what you're fucking doing. You ain't hitting 90%. We're giving you 6 different teams that you play them in the last 10 games, you're hitting 90%.
We've been telling you week after week after week, the money's not always on the side of a game. We tell you how much money Steve bets on the totals. Well, this is why.
So once again, bet LaSalle to the over. Bet Southern Miss Golden Eagles to the over. More importantly, another team we fucking mentioned, Belmont Bruins. If you're out there telling me that you're betting Belmont, I mean, give me a break, Skip. You know, that's worse than Dom the Dominator giving out the over in Bethune-Cookman.
Well, Belmont's in first place in the Ohio Valley. People are starting to recognize who they are.
Yes, they are. I'll give you that. I mean, 7 straight overs. They've got 7 straight overs out there in Belmont. Belmont is in first place, if you don't know, in the Ohio Valley Conference.
They know now.
Well, the Bruins play low-scoring teams, but they've averaged, check this out, 88 points per game over the last 3 games.
That's a lot of points.
That's more than UNLV.
No wonder they're going
more
over.
than UNLV running Rebels.
No wonder they're going over.
That's what I mean.
And
So-
these totals are fucking funny, man. You could have a game at 155, 156. You could put up 58 in the first half.
Oh, you're getting 90 in the second.
90? How about 100? 102?
It's happening every
It's
single
fucking unbelievable.
fucking day.
First half, 58 points.
Yep.
Second half, 102.
It's happening
Are you
every-
fucking shitting me?
I got a winner like that last night.
Just when you think you got the fucking under Stone Cold, they score 102 in the second half.
That's how it is. Yeah,
These totals have been unbelievable.
ladies and gentlemen, you gotta pick and choose what you're betting. You don't just bet teams on the board. We just gave you games that no one in the world's betting on. You start pounding out your book for these type of games, you can make a lot of money. So remember,
You start calling your bookie betting the Belmont fucking game over, he's going to say, what?
they'll start calling you the bookie killer.
Yeah, they're going to say, where the fuck are you getting this shit?
Take LaSalle over, Golden, Mississippi, Southern Miss over. I want you to take Belmont Bruins over. And I can't give you too much, dude. That's 3 teams right there. That
Talk about a couple college teams that stay under.
90%. Now let's talk about some college. What about those Indiana Hoosiers, Skipper.
Unders, 8 straight unders.
Well, 8 to be exact, with 1 push. So really 9-0 to the unders. It depends what you had the line at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Indiana has gone under 11 of their last 12 games with the push.
Wow.
So in reality, 12 out of their last 12 games to the under, the Indiana Hoosiers. If you're not smart enough to be playing that total under, then you got to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever.
Indiana's also covered 8 out of their last 10 games, Steve.
Correct. We're only giving you information on how to get fucking paid. If you don't like money, you're not going to like us. We're not here to sit around and talk about stats. Go watch ESPN or something else. You know what I mean? Check this out.
This information is for sports wagering.
Profits only.
Yeah.
Guys that are born and raised in Las Vegas, myself, guy that's been in it for 30 years. Guys that live in Las Vegas, our office is based out of here. Our sports consultant room has 30 salesmen. We write millions of dollars a year. Not some guy on Twitter or Facebook or in his underwear or a picture of Cabo or a guy holding his ticket, all that bullshit. You know, a real licensed and bonded company. Same location for 19 years, Skip.
Speaking of making fucking money, back to the Sun Belt. Remember the Raging Cajuns?
Yes, I do.
Louisiana Lafayette. How often we got to talk about this team?
Here
we are
go
again. Here we are again with the Raging Cajuns. Maybe Noah will put it in here again next week. Who knows?
Raging Cajuns.
Raging Cajuns.
8 straight unders. We're giving you fucking diamonds, guys, in the rough that you're never going to find on your own. Raging Cajuns, 8 straight unders, 10 of their last 11 games to the under.
People, these trends are fucking unbelievably phenomenal.
95%.
We're giving you trends that are 85, 90, 95% winners.
Not just in the last couple games,
Winners.
in the last 12, 13, 14 fucking games.
It just keeps going. We've been telling you about some of these teams for 3-4 weeks now, and it hasn't ended.
I'm not giving them no more. Enough's enough. Call
Fuck
my office,
me.
spend some money, and let's get fucking paid. Let's move on to some NBA totals because we haven't been talking about that lately. As you know, football is over. So for all you guys out there that think that betting's done or, man, I don't like playing that basketball shit. You don't know who's going to win, all this country shit. Stop the prejudice. You can't be prejudiced to the size, shape, or color of the ball. I don't care if it's a pissing contest or a cockroach race. As long as we got the information and it pays, that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
Money, motherfucker.
Speaking of that, this fucking hockey's been a fucking gold mine. Not to mention,
We'll get to
different
that.
sports, different shapes and sizes.
Skip, I want to get into the NBA totals against the spread because I am world renowned for my totals in NBA, as you know. I got superstars begging for my information on my totals. And my totals are brought to you our boys over there at BetDSI. Operating for more than 20 years, BetDSI.com is an A-plus rated, offers fast payment winnings with odds on all sports and global events from the player who demands it all, including office pools, poker room horse wagering, and skill game, to the well-better who needs a no-nonsense, high-limit sports book. BetDSI.com is the perfect choice. So if you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com, use the promotional code CHEDDAR to get a $25 wager on the house and a 200% bonus on your first deposit. That promotional code, once again, is CHEDDAR. BetDSI.com, where it's only a game until you bet it.
That's for damn sure.
Let's talk about those NBA totals, Skip.
Nobody's watching it if they ain't betting it. That's for fucking sure.
Let's talk about these NBA totals, Skip.
NBA, New York Knicks have gone under 7 straight times, people.
Yeah, everybody's scared to bet the Knicks. The Knicks suck. Instead of worrying about betting against the Knicks or betting with the Knicks as an underdog, look at the fucking total, guys.
7 straight unders. This team is not scoring. Things went bad for the Knicks, but then they only got worse, Steve, this week when they lost Porzingis, tore his ACL. New York is averaging just 87 points a game in their last 4 games. 87
I can't
fucking
even watch
points.
them. They're terrible.
Can't watch it either. Porzingis, but I can make money on it.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Porzingis was leading the NBA in blocks before his absence. His defense has been fucking phenomenal, but because of his absence, the defense could be allowing teams to score a little bit more. So be a little careful with that. But Thursday night they played Toronto. It was a perfect example. Toronto scored 113. Knicks put up 88. Another under. Total 213. Dead under.
Well, like I said, Milwaukee Bucks, they've gone under 7 straight games as well, Skip. Bucks have gone under 12 in their last 14 games.
A lot of trends in the NBA, not just college. These NBA trends are a fucking goldmine, people. Make sure you got your pen and paper out and listen to this shit.
You're not finding another team someone out there that's winning you 12 out of 14 games.
No.
You got to look at the totals, ladies and gentlemen. It's where all the money is. What have they won, Skip? 12 out of 14 to be exact?
12-2 to the under their last 14 games.
Jesus, if you can't make money on that, I don't know what.
7 straight unders, just like the Knicks.
Well, here.
7 straight unders.
But you talk about defense. Milwaukee's held teams to just 91 points per game in the last 3 games. That's pretty serious.
That's good D.
Well, another team
In the NBA.
Yeah, who else, Skip? The Chicago Bulls.
Yep. 5 out of their last 6 games have been under. The Bulls are averaging 100 points a game, maybe slightly a little better, 101 the past week or two. However, 5 straight unders, 5 out of the last 6 for the Bulls to the under. The LA Clippers, in the middle of a possible rebuild over there, Steve, traded away Blake Griffin, as everybody knows. The Clippers have 5 straight unders as well. A lot of rumors floating around the Clippers, whether they'll be trading DeAndre Jordan or Lou Williams. Neither player was dealt before the deadline. But take a look at the Clippers, a lot of unders.
Check it out.
I'm breathing heavy over here.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Smoke's
Well,
fucking killing me.
No, you're spitting flames, dude.
I'm spitting flames, but the smoke's fucking spitting me.
Well, enjoy
Woo!
it. Embrace it. Rather than don't fight the feeling, just embrace it.
Don't fight the feeling.
Bring that shit in and embrace it, Skip, and let it empower you. Let it give you mental clarity. Let it give you mental focus.
I feel like I'm in my car right
You're
now.
motherfucking right. Enjoy it.
I feel like I'm in my car.
Well, you should. Anyway, guys, NBA teams that are making money on the unders, New York Knicks to the under. Bucks under, Chicago Bulls under, and the Clippers. Bottom line. We'll give you a couple teams that are going over.
I'm going to need a pizza after this.
We will. Well, we're going to stay focused. After this, we're going to have a voice and get a sales meeting, and then we need to finish out our
Cheech
goal.
and Chong all day, every day.
There's a $19,000 goal for the day that needs to be reached.
Oh, don't worry about the goals. Do you ever see me miss a goal?
Well, no, I'm just saying, let's get it done. So
Have
then
I
we
ever
can,
missed a goal?
No, but let's get that done first, then we'll order the pizza.
Smoke another joint. I'll be ordering fucking 3 pizzas.
I smoke 2 joints before in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night.
I can't get baked at
I smoke
9:30
2
in the
joints
morning.
during my podcast to make me feel all right.
Wow.
You don't like 2 joints?
NBA overs, brother. Denver Nuggets have gone over 4 out of their last 5 games.
Yep.
Denver Nuggets are averaging 121 points a game in their last 3 games.
You ain't lying.
That's a lot of points.
Well, you want to fucking get paid? You want to put your Nuggets on your bookie's chin? Make sure you take that over in the Denver Nuggets.
The only Denver under recently was the other night when they played Golden State, and the total was 232. So, I mean, that was a pretty high number. Next game they play, Houston. Be careful, because that should be a very high total as well. 2 high-scoring teams, Denver and Houston.
That is correct. But right now, what's covering? I mean, is it the best play on the board?
Nah.
No. But Denver has been going over. Detroit Pistons, 6 out of their last 7 games have gone over, ladies and gentlemen. Since acquiring Blake Griffin, Detroit is averaging 113 points per game in their last 5 games. Pistons are 5-0 straight up, and in their last 5 games, Griffin gets a chance to face his old Clippers teams Friday night at home in Motor City.
Yeah, he will.
Yes, he will.
Big game tonight, huh?
Yeah, so the games that are
Blake Griffin at home tonight against the Clippers.
games that are going over, Detroit Pistons, Denver Nuggets, just a little sample of what we got. Now, you want to talk about who's going
Speaking of the Nuggets, they've won 4 straight against the spread.
I was just going to say, you want to talk about NBA teams that are hot right now. The Nuggets have won, what, 4 or 5 straight?
4 straight. They've been averaging a lot of points. Like I said, 121 points a game this past week or two.
Well, 121 in the last 3 games, for
Putting
sure.
up a lot of points, a lot of overs, and they've been covering.
Here's a team that you don't see in the news. Lakers got 4 straight wins against the spread, 4 straight unders. But they traded away Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. and picked up Isaiah Thomas and Channing Frye. I mean, I'm telling you right now, we shall see how these new players affect the winning ways against the spread. However, Lakers should be in a way better position than they were.
Yeah, it's hard to follow the Lakers right now, obviously, because of the trade. But right before the trade, they had covered 4 in a row and 4 straight unders.
I liked the Lakers. The Bell thing threw me completely off to where I didn't want to hear nothing about them ever again. It made me completely sick.
Right.
Utah Jazz, when you bring Michael Jordan in the beginning of your career and all that shit, you just should be washed out right away. Great player, superstar, just didn't, love how he marketed himself, just made me sick. Didn't want to hear about the Lakers. Utah Jazz had won 6 straight against the spread, 7 of 8, and 4 straight overs.
To play the music with the Utah Jazz.
The Jazz have won 6 straight against the spread. They've won 7 of 8 against the spread and 4 straight overs, ladies and gentlemen. But Wednesday night, I'd have to say was a trap game in my mind.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Jazz were -7. Memphis and the total was just 199. Utah won by 4. Game went under with a 180 total.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you got to be able to play along there.
When you're following these traps, when you're following these trends, you got to be careful of traps, and that game was a trap.
Denver Nuggets are hot right now, guys, against the spread. Lakers are hot against the spread, but they got a bunch of new players, so stay away from it. I'm not telling you to bet it. You want to know who to bet, call me, pay some money, and I'll take you fucking 7-1.
If you don't call this week with the 250 promotion, I mean, you got to be fucking completely out of your mind. You're going to deal directly with me or Steve, personally, okay? That much is guaranteed. Now, we've never said that before on this show. You're dealing directly with the boss himself or his apprentice, the Big Skipper. $250 for 7 days, you're going to get his personal plays. Games that we sell on our website and here in Vegas for $25,000 a month. His super whales, the biggest players in the country, are personal members of Steve's. They pay him $25,000 a month to get this information. Yeah, those guys can afford it. They bet 10 grand a game, 20 grand a game. Some of them bet a lot more. You're going straight to the top. You're not starting down here on a VIP level. You're not starting at the owner selection level. You're going straight to the top with his personal plays, a $6,500 value for the week for $250. That's fucking insane. If you can't justify $35 a day, because that's what it breaks down to, $35 a day for the next 7 days to work with one of us personally and get his personal plays, you just hate making money, man.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I've never, ever done this before. I'm offering 7 days of my personal plays, $6,500 value, $250. The difference between me and these guys on Twitter, these fake Instagram guys, I'm licensed and bonded. Been in the same location 19 years, bet millions and millions of dollars, and I run the biggest sports consultant firm in the world. In other words, we write more business than any other sports room, any other sports consultant in this business. We've taken the business over, and we're helping legalizing sports betting throughout the world, which is going to make us 100 times bigger. But this is what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen. You can't run into this blind. You have to treat this as a business. You don't go into this, put a jersey on, eat chicken wings, and bet every game on the board. You got to treat it like a business. It's a fucking numbers game. I don't even want you watching these games. At the end of the week, you look at your numbers, and as long as you win a hell of a lot more games than you lose, that's all that fucking matters. We want to have you achieve greatness. We want you to go over and beyond what you ever thought was possible. That's the whole reason why I'm doing whatever it takes to get the job done, period. If you've never dealt with me before and you want the opportunity, it's $250 for 7 days for me to make $5,000 into $25,000. $10,000 into $50,000, $2,500 into $7,500. That you could take to the fucking bank. You got winners and you got losers. I'm a motherfucking winner. Which one are you? Behalf of BIP Sports and myself, we love you. See you, one want to be you. And remember, don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. It's basketball, baby. Get that fucking dough.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pirates.
I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking. I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking. I keep